Welcome viewers to another episode of the MSME show. Online promotions through SEO and digital marketing are as important as having an email ID or a website. Well, this has been understood by startups, and many startups have dedicated budgets for online presence is lacking. So we have today with us somebody who specializes in online presence, creating online presence, and also gives training. But before we go ahead, I request our viewers to support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to press the bell icon, and you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, or you can simply log on to our website www.mystartuptv.in. So my guest this week is Mr. Kiran Kumar, founder of D-Commerce, a company that is into not just creating online presence, but also provides trains the professionals of digital marketing SEO. Welcome to the show, Mr. Kiran.
Thanks a lot, and good to see you on live channel, and looking forward for our fruitful discussion on MSMEs.
Great, good to have you as well. Yeah. So, Mr. Kiran, let's start with the first thing, which is what is the difference between SEO, digital marketing, and you also have something called search engine marketing. For the benefit of viewers, could you elaborate on what these are? How are they different?
SEO or the search engine marketing is a part of digital marketing. When we say that digital marketing, whatever buying or selling your products, earlier what used to happen, we used to sell it, or people used to go to our shops and used to buy. Now today, everything can be purchased or can be sold online. So whatever that you are trying to sell is nothing but a digital. If you are selling your products, it's a digital marketing. When it comes to the SEO, now SEO is a search engine optimization, wherein your website requires a certain amount of customers, or we call it as, in technical terminologies, organic traffic. Now let's put it in a simpler way. When you open a shop, you need customers, you need walk-ins, right? Similarly, you are opening an online shop wherein you need a traffic. Out of those traffic, the traffic are nothing but it is a customers who visits your website, and they look at your product or the services and they can buy it online. So that is the difference between a traditional as well as the SEO. SEO drives in organic customers to your store. When I say store, it's a web store or a website or an online marketplace. When it comes to the SEM, it is nothing but you generally goes on, if you are advertising, what are the avenues of advertising? If it is a traditional marketing, you go ahead and invest in the billboard, paper inserts, giving advertisements on a paper. For what? To drive traffic to your store or to drive customers to your store. Now, search engine marketing is nothing but wherein the online shops pay to get on top, to get their traffic to their stores. So generally, let me take you the example of an e-commerce industry. The major players like Amazon or a Flipkart, when you try to shop it, you will see that 1, 2, 3 in the search engine results. You see that 1, 2, 3 places. You will see that the shoe store, or you wanted to buy a bag, Flipkart or Amazon will come in. Now, what is that? Why is that they are coming in? Because they have paid it. Now in a Google, when you go ahead and search it, on a left-hand side, you will see that it is a sponsored one. So that is nothing but the search engine marketing. Now, if they would have not paid, then there is some other business who is coming on the top, and which is clearly mentioned, it is not an advertisement or it is a sponsored one, then it is an organic traffic. So SEO is an organic traffic generator and SEM is a paid traffic generator to your web store. So that is a major differences. But today's the competition is very high in terms of SEO or the SEM, because SEO, to drive an organic traffic, it takes a lot of time. Though it is take a lot of time, that is the important traffic that is making your online presence, which will enable you to rank higher in Google, because most of the people search for their requirements on Google today. And it is very important for MSMEs, because most of the corporates have already taken that online space, but it is the MSMEs, even the micro businessman needs to get onto the organic, because in India, if you see, 45 million internet users are there. Now they are using Facebook, Google, or LinkedIn, different ways, but they are using the internet, and you see this number is going to double. And after this pandemic, and most of the people are going online. So you need to open a business where the customers are there. You cannot open a shop in a village where there are no customers. Now you need to go ahead. Now the customers are online. So if your presence is not online, then how do you able to get your profitability or the customers to your store? So SEO and SEM is a part of digital marketing strategy. There are two different functions altogether. So it is very difficult to explain you in 2-3 minutes what happens in SEO and SEM. In a nutshell, if I put across, SEO is an organic or a free traffic generator to your website. SEM is a paid traffic generator to your website.
I hope that would help our viewers, that basic differentiation. Okay, let's start about. You made a mention of how startups are using it, but then it's the micro and small businesses or the MSMEs which are the ones, of them. You have been you interact with MSMEs, also with startups. So
True.
is my understanding correct? Because when we talk to MSMEs, what we get to understand is awareness among MSMEs, especially the micro and small businesses, for the need to create an online presence or to use tools like SEO, SEM is lacking. Is that your understanding as well, experience as well with micro and small businesses?
See, most of the micro small businesses wanted to be an online, but they do not understand where to start, how to start, and whom to approach. Now, if you open an online store, what are the things that is required? For anybody to get onto online, it is a website that is the most important aspect. Wherein if you create a website, then how do you gonna promote it? Now, again, what type of an industry that you are into? Say your industry might be probably into the entertainment industry, and where your presence is more or less should be on Instagram. If you are a realtor and you wanted to be on a Facebook, you wanted to promote your advertisements on a Facebook, because understanding the requirement of MSMEs, then only or a digital marketing service provider, you need to give them the idea what works well and what doesn't work. If it is an home interiors, now you always put your photographs and you have to get onto a Pinterest. So these platforms needs to be explained it to the MSMEs, because what happens is when they say that when they hire a digital marketing agency or a digital marketing service provider, they go ahead and said that, yeah, I need a website and I want it to be online. Now what you get a list of price list where he will charge you an elephant. But as an organizer or as an organization or an MSME, you should know where your customers are coming from. As a digital marketing agency also, I should be able to tell you where the customers are available. So initially, it is always better to start up with a website and promote that. And organic traffic, that is what we talk about SEO. Any website which has been created, it has to be the SEO friendly. Now, SEM comes at a later stage because you also need to have the budgets. Generally, MSMEs do face a lot of budget constraints. So you need to decide what is the budget and how much you would like to invest in an online marketing than a traditional marketing. So basis that, as per the requirement of MSME, as per the requirement of the industry that they belong to, you need to suggest a platform wherein you will get the customers. And if you do not have your own customers on that platform, it is unnecessary. The wastage of the money will be kept in. So it is a responsibility of the digital marketing agencies or the digital marketing agent as well to tell them, yes, this is where your customers are. Please go ahead and invest there.
So how see, it's not easy to decide for somebody, especially the micro and small businesses, when they don't even understand the concept. They doesn't go for us, where somebody doesn't approach us through email, LinkedIn messages, Facebook messages offering SEO, digital marketing, services. And then when you talk to them, our experience has been a very standardized thing. We'll give you backlinks, we'll write blogs for you. So, and then when you talk to their content writers, they're all over the place. Many times you see they're writing more like a school, writing a school essay. So you have to give 2 or 3 points that every MSME, whether it is micro, small businesses or startups, if they have to consider, they should consider before hiring either individual or organization for their creating a digital presence.
You need to understand what type of the customers that they have handled in the previous stint, whether they are specialized in startups or they are specialized in MSMEs or they are the corporates. Because in India, there are a lot of agencies. There you can get a digital marketing service for 499 rupees in Fiverr as well. But what is that he gonna give you? Whether he says that your website will be ranked among one in the next 3 months or so, is that what the businesses require? Or he want a lead from the leads are from the social media platforms, which platform he wants to get the lead, whether it is a Facebook or an Instagram or a LinkedIn. So let's say a training institute who wants to promote their content, they would wanted a lead from on a LinkedIn, because you will see more or less the professionals who would be coming in from there. Where as a digital marketing agency, you need to go ahead and write a blog as per the requirement of the organization or the SMA that who will come in. Now, the 3 points that you are talking about, look at the past experience of the agency and look at take their work samples, with what type of industries that they have served in, and again their reputation in the market. And ratings is also important these days. So these are the three important factors. And also look at the costing part and the points that they are actually trying to give you when they wanted to put your business online. As a basic, if you are starting up onto an online industry, go ahead with the basic package. There will be 3 to 4 packages that are available in the market. Somebody will say that I'll give you 100 keywords. Go ahead with the advanced package with us, where you will have to pay is in dollars. So 100 keywords. See, I am a starter. What will I do if I need 100 keywords? I do not require it. I wanted to increase those keywords or the online presence as a step by step. So for any startup or for any MSME, it is better to go ahead with the basic part. Then once they see the results with that agency, try and make a contract for the 6 months. And please understand, if at all, if you are driving a traffic through SEOs, it generally takes 3 to 6 months time. So these are the important factors to consider before you choose any digital marketing agent or an agency.
That brings me to a critical point. You said engagement of 3 to 6 months. What would be an ideal budget if a MSME was to engage, has to engage a digital promotion?
I would suggest that if you are hiring a freelancer, you would have to pay him for almost all per hour. So if it is an experienced freelancer, then he might charge you somewhere between $10 to $20 per hour. Now as a freelancer, you should allow, he would like to coordinate with your person. And who is that individual? Again, you need to hire a technical expert in that. So all these headaches, if an MSME is ready to take from his end, then it is always better to hire a freelancer. But if he does not have a time to spend, how does his website looks up and all, and he does not know, he is not a tech savvy at all, where to put in. So it is always important to go ahead with a digital agency who gives you a basic package. Generally in India, the basic packages starts from 10,000 to 15,000 rupees. There are certain points, there are n number of points that to be considered. But yes, 10 to 15,000 is a minimum budget that you need to put across for your digital marketing. And it will be more or less towards the search engine optimization, which includes your website. And when we say that website, there are 2 types of websites that gets created, and throughout the world, you see that 60% of the websites have been created on WordPress. So it is basis the website as well as your search engine optimization, anywhere between 10 to 15,000 you should allocate.
So which one do you prefer? Do you advise WordPress?
For a startup, for an MSME, it should be the WordPress site. And when he gets the organic traffic, when his ranking goes up, then he can go ahead and start writing commands or on a Python. So he can create a website over a period of time. But as a startup, go ahead with the WordPress.
Why do you say that? Is it because WordPress costs you lesser? And if not, and also, what is the advantage of switching over from WordPress to getting it getting it coded from fresh?
See, getting a coding is you cannot manage. For every time you have to go to a coder and say that if you want to insert a.
What is the advantage of getting it coded over using a WordPress? Because you said start off with a WordPress and then migrate onto that. So what is the advantage if a startup was to start off with a WordPress and then migrate? What advantage that they get, especially when it comes to creating the digital presence?
See, over a period of time, you will have a lot of data that needs to be inserted on a WordPress or inserted on your website. Now, what happens is when you cross over 1 year or 2 years on applying your data on a WordPress sites tends to become slower, and it will become difficult to manage. So it is always suggested that when you have a larger data, where you have a lot of pics or the customers or the e-commerce site, it is always preferred to have a coded website, which increases your site speed, which again reflects your ranking, SEO rankings in the Google search or Bing search or Yahoo search.
Coming to your courses, you also offer courses on digital marketing or digital promotion. What courses do you offer, and what is the duration of these courses? How does it help, and whom are these better suited for?
See, if you look at even the professionals can do our courses, but our courses are primarily targeted towards the skilling the graduates, the people that who are doing a BCom or an MBA, because these are the people that who would like to get onto the marketing part. Now, digital marketing is some which is growing rapidly, and we need a professional, skilled, employable resources over a period of time. Now, we do offer certain specialized courses. Now, when I'm talking about specialized courses, we are focused on SEO as well. When we say that SEM, we also have social media marketing courses, which along with the basic foundation of digital marketing. So the courses generally, if you look at the universities also offering a 6 months program, and generally it ranges between 45 days to 6 months. When I say 45 days, it is going to be a 2-hour program every day. If it is a 3 months program, then they do it 2 hours every day, only for 4 days a week. So it depends upon the student's time availability and all. But we in fact, from D-commerce point of view, we are only looking out for the graduates who are there in the final years, who want to complete their graduation and then start earning. And this can be a very good part-time income from them as well, for them.
Okay, one thing that I always thought was very important for any profession is to have the aptitude, towards that particular job or the profession they're getting into. Do you pay attention to that when students come to you, or is it anybody who come in, wants to be a? Because the way I see it is, many of them are using this as a profession which they can sit at home and do it. So, is there a sort of mindset required for somebody to become a professional in this field?
See, let me tell you, if you are not a seller in this world, you will not be able to make your life. So the top professionals or the top CEOs of the organizations are the sellers. Now, when people, now today's force or the youth, they do not want to go out and sell it, but they wanted to sell it. So for them, yes, it is obviously that they wanted to sit at home and do multiple tasks. They have a talent, but they are also become lazy enough to go out and start selling. That's where the digital platforms have come in. Yes, we do also check what is the intent of it. Now, let me tell you, communication plays a very important role in digital marketing. Though it might say people, most of the institute says is easy, but it is not. There are a lot of research needs to be done. Most of the institutes will only give you the basic foundation. Unless and until you practically learn it, you will not be able to get digital marketing. And once this digital marketing is just a stepping stone, because in the future, you will have to inculcate artificial intelligence as well. So some sort of technology or technical aspect is something that is required, and understanding technology is very, very important. And yes, you have different options to choose from. You can become a content writer, you can become a SEO specialist. And nowadays, nobody is hiring a digital marketing expert. They are hiring a specializations in terms of SEO or SCMs or a social media marketer.
Let me close with asking you. Let me close by asking you, where do you see this industry going in coming time, next 5 years?
So if you look at, we are actually growing at a rate of 10% over a period of time, and you will see that most of the education institutes today, any startup is wanted to get into the education after this pandemic and all. So this industry is going to triple in the next 5 years, and a lack of skilled professional is a main important aspect, because we have lot many professionals, but they do not have a right skill set. So that is where they need to concentrate on, so that they can be successful.
Thank you, Mr. Karan. Thank you for joining us, and
thanks a lot.
Our viewers understand the differences between the different tools that are there in digital creating a digital presence and marketing. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. It was great talking to you.